Well, welcome to our Wednesday opportunity call here for Immunotec Research. My name is Keith Hooper. Thank you for taking the time to join us here. We're going to share some information with you about an incredible company, an incredible opportunity, and introduce you to a very incredible young lady down out of Los Angeles, California, here in just a moment. But, you may be going home for lunch. You may be leaving a meeting. You may be dialing into this call because you're tired of being sick and tired. You may be dialing into this call about to find out what this is all about because somebody invited you over. Whatever it is, we want to thank you for taking the time to join us and to listen here to find out about Immunotec. Immunotec is a company that's been around for over 20 years, marketing the single most important health nutritional product that you can take, known as Immunocal. Now, that's a bold statement. And, bold statements require facts. That's what we have here with Immunotec. We've got patents of use for the treatment and prevention of some very, very serious health concerns that people have, backed up by clinical research that has been published in some very peer-reviewed medical journals. Very important. But, the other side of that coin is a great product that changes people's lives physically, but there's also a financial opportunity. And, this is an opportunity call where we're talking about what this product and this company can do for you financially. So why Immunotec? If you're looking for to build that secondary or third or fourth source of residual income, what is it about network marketing that intrigues you to be able to fulfill that additional income stream that you're looking for? What is it about that? So those are reasons that you have, whatever they are. One of the things that's important to me is the people that you get to meet and work with that allow you to build an incredible business here with Immunotec. But why Immunotec instead of any of the other opportunities are out there? There's a lot of other companies in this space, but what sets up literally heads and shoulders above everybody else? Couple of things. Number one, the company's been around for 22 years with products and checks on time. Very important. If you're going to put your time and energy into a business, you want to know that there's some stability to it. Number two, with that, the clinical research that not only was done, not only has been published, but the clinical research that is being done and is ready to be published makes us head and shoulders of everybody else that's out there. A lot of other people have products, they hear about it, and they're generally in this market space, they are an opportunity looking for a product to market. They're a compensation plan for looking for a product to push through that compensation plan. Immunotec came about it a different way, a little bit of the history. Immunocal has been studied for over 40 years. The original research done by Dr. Gustavo Bunos and his colleagues at McGill University, Drs. Patricia Conkshaven, Dr. Gold, and others, is going on almost 40 years from when they started this process. There was almost 20 years of research done on this product before the product was ever brought to market. That so much research, in fact, that in the book written by Dr. Luc Montagnier, the head of the Pasteur Institute in Paris, and was the Nobel Prize winner in 2008, in the book he wrote on neurodegenerative disease, cancer, and AIDS, there's an entire chapter in that book on Immunocal. Now, what's interesting with that is the book was written and published a year before Immunocal ever became available to the general public. It was only available to the research community. But it was so profound that the research community had embraced it, and Dr. Luc Montagnier, the head of the Nobel Prize, won the Nobel Prize in 2008. He was the co-discoverer of the HIV virus. So very powerful. You have Dr. Droge, who was the head of the German National Cancer Institute for over 20 years, and he was watching what Dr. Bunos was doing, raising glutathione levels with this product called Immunocal, and he was so intrigued with it that he literally left Germany and moved to Montreal to work with Immunotec on some additional research, and that's reflected in our Immunocal Platinum product. And then you have Dr. James Balch, who was wrote the book Nutritional Healing. Sold 8.5 million copies of that book. Is used as a textbook by nutritionists for them. And yet Dr. Balch never in his career endorsed a product by name. He believed that food was the source, and that's why his title of his book, Nutritional Healing, 8.5 million copies. But the only nutritional supplement he ever endorsed by name is Immunocal. That really separates us from everybody else because, see, in network marketing, what are we asking you for? We're asking you for the same thing that you're going to be asking your friends for. You're going to be asking your friends for their time and their credibility. So that's why we encourage you to do your due diligence on Immunotec, do your due diligence on Immunocal, and I think you'll come to the same conclusion that my wife Sandra and I did over 20 years ago, that this is something we wanted to be a part of. And that's what these calls are about, is simply to cause you to want to know more. That's what we hope we're able to accomplish with these calls. And to that point, I have a very good friend of mine that has been here with us with Immunotec from the very beginning, Genece Miller out of Southern California. Genece and her husband Michael, very successful business people in Los Angeles, and on the east side of L.A., very, very successful. Understand they're moving to Las Vegas, so I'll let the secret out of the bag with that. But it's interesting because of network marketing is how Genece and Michael came into our lives many, many years ago. And literally, I tease both my wife Sandra and Genece. They're sisters. They just simply have different mothers and fathers. And to that point, my good friend Genece Miller. Good morning, Genece, and good afternoon.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's a wonderful morning.
It is. Well, it's fun. We've been involved in network marketing for many, many years, and when Immunotec came along, Sandra and I reached out to you immediately. And what's interesting is all these years of us using Immunocal, and it's really profound in both you and Sandra, because one of the things we talk about our product is it slows down the aging process. And I know from the pictures of the two of you girls, because I know how old you are, and I can tell you that this product has been very good for you.
Yes. It's really been a blessing, a gift from God. And
absolutely, and we talk about that. So, once again, this is a call. So, why did you become involved in network marketing, and why did you join with us here with Immunotec?
Well, Keith, I really wanted to get rid of that 9-to-5 job. Really, really wanted it, and I wanted it so bad that I was willing to do whatever it took. So that was my driving purpose, where I had my two sons at home. I never intended to work. I always intended to be the stay-at-home mom that I was raised with. So that was my why. My why was I needed to change. Plus, I didn't enjoy my career. Was kind of stuck in a rut. I was earning really good money, but I didn't like the drive to work. I didn't like the people that were at the job, the customers, the people that I work with. There was nothing that I really liked. And I'm thinking, why am I doing this? This is my life, and I'm wasting time. And when you invited me to take a look at this business, first of all, I knew the product, you would never bring a product to me that wasn't, scientifically proven. And I knew the product was going to be beneficial for me and so many others. And that is why I joined you and Sandra in the business.
So that's been, 20 years, and so you've gotten great benefits from the product, you and Michael and the rest of your family, but also financially it's been rewarding as well.
Absolutely. The beautiful thing is, before I even met my husband, Michael, I was able to be a single, stay-at-home mom. Due to this industry, the products I shared, I talked to people, I made a goal, and I treated it like a business. Now, I don't recommend that for just everybody. You don't quit your full-time job. But in my situation, the place I was working at actually closed. And I said, well, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm going to take this moment and run with it. And that's what I chose to do. So I was actually in a really interesting place in life where the owners ran away with all the money. The casino that I worked at shut down. And I said, well, let's make this happen now, because now is all there is. Don't wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow won't ever show up.
Absolutely. So you've been here now. I know Immunotec that you've been on a number of trips as well. Maybe you can share a little bit about that.
Well, one of the extra benefits is this: as you're building your business with this company, they reward you with these wonderful trips. And let's see. Well, being so close to Palm Springs, Palm Desert, I actually won that trip. But, it was only an hour drive for me. But it was wonderful. I mean, everybody else that had to fly from all over the world, Canada, Mexico, you name it, came into the beautiful, it's like paradise, especially in the middle of the winter. February 14th, 80 degrees average day, just lovely. Then we also had a beautiful trip to, where did we go? Waikiki. That was fabulous. And I was actually able to bring my son, who I also sponsored in the business. He came along, and my other son flew over too. And we had a great time. So just the trips are great, and there's a really nice trip on its way to us, which is going to Maui. And what the company does is they do everything. From the second you get on the plane, you pay for nothing else. Everything else is included. Your ride to the hotel, all the amenities, all your food. If you're going to have a few meals outside, they give you money to go eat. So it doesn't get much better than that.
So when somebody's looking, we talked about if somebody has a reason that they need, or a reason for supplementing their income, whatever it is. Maybe they want to put their kids in private school. Maybe they want to help their kids who get through college. Maybe you want to help your kids buy a house. Maybe you're looking to do something for your grandchildren. Maybe you're looking to you're setting up your secondary residual income for retirement. Whatever it happens to be there, Genece, there's a number of reasons to do this. So as we look at Immunotec and we look at this industry of network marketing, because you and I have been around it a number of years,
yes.
This is really a very, very unique opportunity, and I think it's very unique now with the company being owned by Maurizio Damazane, and all the investment that he's putting in, building the new office in Houston, setting up the total expansion of going around the world and adding 2 new countries a year minimum that we're open in and able to do business with. I think the future of Immunotec is brighter than it's ever been. What are your thoughts?
Well, I have to agree with you. I'm very excited about our future. The owner and the president of the company, very forward-thinking. They have been around money, and they know how to attract it in, and they know what to do with the business. So I'm very excited about our future. The expansion globally is great, and, of course, it's going to be a seamless scenario where we don't have any hiccups, because if there was a hiccup, they wouldn't even open that country. So that makes me feel very confident. And, just like you said, for 22 years, the check's always been in the mail or in the bank, direct deposit on time every month. And that's something that, especially way back in the old days, and I'm going to say that, is because when I was a single mom, I did pay all my bills on time, and I got out of debt. I had no debt when I met my now husband, Michael. So that's because the company is solid, and now it's even, in my opinion, more rock solid.
Well, thank you, Genece. Thank you, and say hello to Michael, and we appreciate him sharing you with us for this few minutes here on this Wednesday. So as you're listening to the call, there's a couple things that you can do, and we challenge you to find out more about Immunotec and more about Immunocal. And the best way to do that is get back to the person that invited you here. You've probably got some great questions, and they can get those questions answered for you, and that's the beauty of network marketing. Is that you can start a business, you can start it from home part-time for literally a few $100s, and you can have a business around the world here with Immunotec, whether you want to do business in the UK and Ireland, you want to do business in Mexico, or in just a few days we'll be open in Guatemala. Later in the year we'll be opening up in Colombia. We're in the Caribbean islands, the Dominican Republic, all across the U.S. and Canada. You can do all of that from the comfort of your home with all of the technology, all the shipping, all the handling, all the credit card information, all the accounting stuff, all handled by a staff that works for you here with Immunotec, that you can start your business for a few $100s and build a business around the world. So get back to the person that invited you to find out more about this. Let them answer your questions, and welcome to Immunotec. And we'll look forward to talking to a number of you again on this next week. Also, we have our open call tonight for our product experience and training calls. Same number, same pin at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. Looking forward to hearing